Right here.
So I just have moved to Los Angeles. This is a very much like an LA dating story.
Oh, yeah.
So I just moved to LA and I didn't really know my way around yet. And but I knew this guy from college that lived here and I always had a crush on him. And we had like started talking. I was like, oh, I moved to LA. Like, and he was like, oh, that's so cool. We should hang out. And I was like, oh my God, we should hang out.
Let's go to the woods.
I wish. So he was like, oh, well, let's go like to the beach. And I'm like, oh, let's go to the beach. I'm in LA. I'm like new here. Like, oh my gosh, we're going to go to Santa Monica. It's going to be like so fun.
It's great.
So we head down to Santa Monica. We like walk around. We walk around the boardwalk. We're talking. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I've like wanted this in college. Now I'm like an adult woman out of college, living in LA, living my dreams. And I have this man with me. And so we decide to go down like to the beach. So we take off our shoes and are walking along the sand.
Okay.
And we are like south of the Santa Monica Pier. And we're like, oh, let's like sit down and like watch the waves and talk. And the waves cover up farts really well.
Nice. Yes, they do. Don't I know?
There we go. Yep.
So we're sitting there like talking and I'm like, wow, like this is like the most perfect like date. Like it's finally all happening for me.
And then you murdered him?
She got the punchline.
I knew it was a really good dark one.
Then he pulled out a Groupon.
Yeah.
Then
And he's like, here's my Groupon for the beach.
Of his bank account. It was $46 million. I was like, screw this.
And I murdered him to death.
And then I made a physics thing about how he's gonna die.
By the way, like you said, murdered him to death. Not just murdered him to pass out.
No, to death.
To death.
But we were sitting there and we're like enjoying enjoying each other's company. I'm so happy. And there are people, playing in the ocean in front of us. And I'm like talking to him, everything's going great. And all of a sudden I hear a scream. And when someone's really in trouble, like a scream has just an extra like special
Creepy
thing to it.
Scary,
so
yeah.
we immediately look out towards the ocean and there is a woman screaming and crying and she is holding on to the body of a man.
Oh shit.
He is laid out. She has his leg, like it's still attached to his body, but has his leg and is pulling him towards the beach, like screaming for help directly in front of us.
Holy.
So I, in a moment of like panic, turn. I'm like, go get help, because I guess what I do is when things are happening is just watch it happen and then tell other people.
You took out your popcorn.
Micromanage.
Got
others.
your phone ready.
Can others help while I stay here?
Hey, go out there. I want to see what the hell's gonna happen here.
So my date ran
great.
to like get a lifeguard, and then other people started running to get the lifeguards, and then I'm just sitting there, and it's literally like maybe 20 feet in front of me, and so she pulls this guy. I don't know what to do. She pulls this man onto the beach, and then luckily the lifeguards all start running out to him, and he is blue. Like I've never seen a human like blue.
Yeah.
Blue. And I am
boy.
like still sitting there obviously doing nothing. So they pull him out, they start, and then it's
proactive.
Like so proactive. And then I grew up loving watching Baywatch.
Oh yeah.
And I used to sometimes like take a sip of water and then be like pretend I was passed out and then be like and then pretend someone's like giving me CPR and then
spit up the water.
You saved me. So I got to watch that for real.
You're a born actress.
Yeah, exactly. But I got to watch that for real and like not in a fun, like cute, like I'm just a kid goofing off. Like it was terrifying.
Dead.
He was totally dead. And they were working on there, doing compressions and breathing. And I was just watching this all happen. And then all of a sudden he does my move of like throwing up water.
He does Alexa's move.
Oh my God.
And then he starts just like flailing around because when you have a lack of oxygen to your brain, when you do get oxygen, you can't like really control your muscles.
Oh, got it.
So he is just like flailing around and they're literally like
I'll
holding
keep
him
that in
down.
mind.
I know, yeah. So when you think you've strangled them to death, you're
Hey,
gonna have to.
you don't need to tie them up. They can't control their muscles. And other things I learned on Horribly Hollywood Single.
Stick with me, kid. I got a morbid sense of humor.
Now, what you got to do is make sure that they've passed out for 4 minutes, not 5. They could be dead, but 4.
Yeah.
A very special murder presentation.
I know. We're doing a little My Favorite Murder shout out here now.
That is my
what we
favorite
should do.
podcast.
That
BT
is your
does.
favorite podcast.
BT
Yeah.
does. I'm a murderino.
My-
Through and through.
We need to come up with a word for what the Murderino, what that word is for here, and I don't know what that is yet.
Singolino.
Singolino.
I was really
Kept thinking of
low
like
Singolino, yeah.
Heartbreaker,
Yeah.
but
The
that's not
little horribles.
little horribles.
Little whores.
Little whores. Maybe just
Sex
whores.
workers.
Goddamn horse.
Farting sex worker whores.
Yes.
Blue flailing.
Murder
I feel like we jumped out of that story and there's still...
Sorry.
and there,
So
I'm
is
just like,
Blue,
we
he's
left
flailing.
a man
Sorry.
flailing
So he's
on the
flailing
ground.
around. You don't know what's happening.
So, finally a truck comes down and they load him on the gurney and he his color's coming back and everyone's like, and they like take him away. And so I literally this all happened in a matter of like 5 minutes.
Holy.
And we were just sitting there watching this happen. And I'm just like, so once he gets like taken by the paramedics, I'm just like, should we go get a drink?